All right, y'all. I just want to make this trade recap. The live video I made was like, bro, way too long, and I'm knowing a lot of people are not gonna sit through and watch that whole 1 hour of me just sitting here and watching price, pretty much. I mean, it's pretty much like a break even day, I guess you can say. But I just want to go over this trade real quick. So, um, we were bearish. We have London consolidation, New York manipulation, and reversal. So we ended up making the manipulation during pre-market. We made an SMT, a small, like a little bit of SMT on ES and Nasdaq. So we manipulated these London highs, and then we started to reverse the market. As soon as market opened, we started pushing lower. From there, we made a 4 hour SMT. Nas Nasdaq swept out these 4 hour lows, while ES did not. So from there, I was like, okay, bet. Now that we have this massive move down, we're gonna now make a retracement. So I was willing to go along on the retracement because I wasn't trying to wait till like 11:30, 12:30 and then go short. Like no, I'm gonna just see what the market was giving me and optimize off that. So um, we create this 5 minute order block. On the 1 minute here, we inverse this gap, and I did not feel comfortable enough just entering off because usually I wouldn't mind entering off on 1 minute inverse once we kind of have like more alignment, but I was willing to go long and we were bearish on the 1 hour. We did make a 4 hour SMT, don't get me wrong. We did make a 4 hour SMT, but the 1 hour was bearish. The 5 minute was bearish on the one. And so it was like my 4 hour and 1 hour were like in line, but then it like I just needed to see just a little bit more confirmation or a little bit more bullish confluence get respected for me to then be comfortable enough to enter longs. So we create this 5 minute order block. Price taps into it right here. Mind you, this is already after the macro pushing 10:30. So 10:30 is like my cutoff limit, bro. So we tapped into this order block on the 1 minute. Got this move up. I entered, got filled right here. So my stop loss was below these lows because I didn't really want to keep it any like I didn't want to do this. Like that's just insane. So I just kind of kept my stop loss underneath these lows because we were honestly close to equilibrium within this whole price range, which was what I was really targeting because I didn't really like care to hit to take out London highs. I didn't really care for all that. I was like, okay, I'm gonna target equilibrium and the 79% extension, which will give us invalidation of or this bearish market structure that we made. So since we were already so close to equilibrium, I that's why I kept my stop loss. I kept a somewhat of a tight stop loss, targeting equilibrium as my first take profit here for like a 1 to 1.5, and then from there, I just kept one contract going to the 79%. Just if price was gonna push all the way up there, then hey, then we profited. But I mean, I guess like that was a little bit of a little bit too ambitious. I guess we had these 5 minute imbalances here, two that we still had to kind of like get past or invalidate for us to come all the way up there. But just I mean, you never know. We did have unemployment news, which I feel like is what caused such a drastic move down. So I was like, okay, maybe we might be. I was just thinking that was just a news related move. So we were gonna maybe balance this price action out. So that was like my thought process. But apparently, price wanted to keep going lower and took profits here and then moved my stop loss to break even. So I was in the trade free and we ended up getting stopped out at break even shortly after. So we made profit on the day. I think like $500, but profit is profit. I'm not gonna better than losing 500. So I'm not complaining, but we could have definitely executed maybe a little bit better if I kind of trusted this 1 minute time frame. I guess we could have got better entries. Like I could have just entered smooth off this the inverse, kept my stops right here, targeting this as my first take profit, and then 79% extension thereafter. Yeah, it would have been a little bit better RR, but I'm not gonna complain. This probably still would have. Oh, yeah, I would have still got stopped out at break even regardless. I just would have made a little bit more money, probably, but I'm not really complaining. That's gonna pretty much wrap up this trade recap for today. Catch y'all boys later, man. Deuces.